Has someone ever told you to figure it out yourself? Well, that's a pretty useful piece of advice, actually. And that's what we are going to talk about today. And what that is agency. Now, I'm not talking about agency as in, we have a group of people doing a bunch of cool things or working on a similar goal. What I am talking about is agency in yourself, having your own idea for what comes next or figuring out what comes next when it comes and really just being able to think for yourself. This is a really useful tool in a lot of parts of life. And today I want to explain how it applies, why it applies, and how you can possibly apply it for the better, not for the worse. By the way, yes, this is a chapter from my book that I just wrote today. I'm here documenting it on YouTube to tell you about it, basically what I've written in video format, and that's what we're doing here. I've taken the agency to figure out how to express it in words, or at least try. This is like my 5th attempt, and we're going to go into exactly what agency is now. But first, if you want to take the agency to go check out the newsletter or any links down below of the things I'm building, then go do that. Or just go to frikit.net. It's got all the cool stuff over there and what I'm working on, and it's awesome. All right, let's get into the video. First, an example of agency. This is a great test of someone's agency. Watching them do chores in someone else's house. Huge difference between asking anything I can help with versus just picking up the broom or quietly noticing what needs to be done and actually doing it. Now, this level of agency, obviously there's the counterpoints. Like, yes, maybe someone is not used to cleaning. Maybe their standards are higher or lower than someone else's for what a clean house or what chores need to be done, what things can be left undone. But the point is, there is someone who, rather than asking which dishes to wash, just picks up a dish and starts washing. They do the thing because they know it's what needs to be done. And the people who do these things and have a high sense of agency are going to succeed in a lot of ways. And especially so in creation and curiosity, which is the topic of my book, but especially in these manners because of how thinking for yourself is so beneficial to making cool things, or really following your own senses. And by senses, I mean your own curiosity. If you're at a high level of agency, this also means that you're a high level of awareness. You know how you fit into your surroundings and you can mold into them. You're conscious too of what you can do, or if there's anything that can be helped with, you've already recognized this. And if you really don't know, you may not, because every situation is different. You ask, you learn, and you can analyze for the next situation how you can apply agency to be better off, or to just get going, get doing the thing, even if it's the wrong thing, and figure out that it's the wrong thing and then try another thing. Agency helps you act. It helps you just do the thing, and doing the thing, whatever the thing is a really important step. Probably the most important one, honestly. It all comes back to somehow every single day me quoting Nike and saying, just do it, because that's like 99% of life. It's just doing it. It's just doing the thing. Just do this, just do that. A lot of it is just doing it. It's weird. And it's cliche. I kind of cringe saying it, but it's true. Another test of agency may be just to give someone vague instructions and see how long it takes them to come back to you with questions like, oh, but how do you do this? How do you do that? Yes, someone may have questions and queries on your preferences of doing the thing, but in most cases, if someone has texted me, I don't put my phone on notifications. I put it on the other side of the room, or I just do not disturb. If someone texts me and asks me for a technical problem to help them with, often happens if my parents or my dad specifically needs help for tech, I will just usually not see it, and within an hour or two, it gets resolved. Now, I didn't say anything, but people have their own agency. A lot of them are just scared to use it because, yes, it does take some effort to think for yourself, to actually go and try to solve your problem rather than outsourcing the problem to be solved by someone else, which already knows the answer. But the only way you really get any of the answers for your own questions and solving the problems for yourself is by trying, failing, trying, failing, trying, failing, and just doing the thing yourself and seeing if it works and then going from there. Sure, asking for help is incredibly useful at speeding up your current problem, but in a lot of cases, it brings in two different burdens. The first burden being you're putting someone else's time in place of yours. You're asking for their time to help you save time. The second burden is that they can do your homework for you in the sense that they'll give you the solution, they'll make things right. But if that comes up again, or a similar thing comes up again, you haven't learned it. You need help. You can't think for yourself, and you're a bit lost. But if you did learn at the time, you solved the problem yourself, you took the time to learn, what you need to do, that is going to help you for the next time, and the next time, and the next time, and any recurring problems. And trust me, recurring problems are not just the things you think are related, but like every time you learn something new, it can be applied in so many different ways because in reality, everything is connected. It's kind of weird. If we think of agency with curiosity, the best example I could probably give is to imagine yourself as a secret spy. Let's say Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible, and your objective is to track down your curiosity. The pursuit, ideally, of the plot of your life would be just this: you on the hunt for your curiosity, trying to grab whatever string you could find for next and just tracking it down. How do you excel at being such an effective agent of this? Well, you have to be aware, you have to think your own thoughts, and you have to let things fail. You have to do things, fail at things, and do some more things. An agency is what helps you do things. It's what helps you just pick up the broom and start cleaning. It's what helps you get out there and realize that you have a long ways to go, but it also helps you get to where you want to go, because how is anything going to go anywhere if you don't, put some effort in, or just, do some things, make some noise. Now, this video is a very, very brief summarization of the chapter that I've written, so please keep that in mind. But if we are to examine the use of agency in creating things, it can be applied in a lot of ways. Teaching things to yourself or overcoming obstacles in your work, figuring out how you may go about approaching just getting started in creating your thing or doing something. This act of creation invariably presents way too many questions, way too many possible answers, and it's only with the use of agency that you can kind of come at this bombardment of questions and answers and get going, doing the first thing or trying something. And instead of just getting stuck in analysis paralysis, you can use agency to figure out where you are and what you could be doing to make progress or to really dive into the craft and get going. It's like if your mind asked you, hey, seems like there's a lot of work to be done around here before we create this really cool thing. What can I do to help? Well, you don't know. You don't know. Or it's really a burden to figure it out. So you just have to kind of try things and see what works, see what doesn't. It's not a very good answer, I don't think, but it's the only really answer I have. So that's what I would say is helpful. Agency helps you create things because your brain can just stop thinking so much. It can just do something. And that's where it's helpful. In a lot of parts of other ways, you can just do, not think so much, not get in your head about it. And agency, the more you develop it, I don't know if you can really develop it, the more you're going to do stuff. And doing stuff is important, I guess. That's why I'm creating this video. That's why I'm writing. I'm doing stuff, trying to make stuff. That's why I'm trying to destroy TikTok or whatever. And I think the main point is that thinking for yourself is an adverse skill that you can develop through just trying. And like most skills, you may not see tangible progress in a long time, or at least like most intellectual skills. And that's the hard part, but that's also kind of the fun part, because you never know what could happen or where your own mind could take you. And this is getting kind of ranty, it's getting kind of long, so I'm just going to leave it here. Maybe someone gets something useful out of this. I don't know. I'm losing my voice. But good luck, agent, on your super cool mission. And I wish you the best. If you watch this video, then have a great freaking day. Yeah. See ya. It's been your friend Jack. Peace.